Harry, this is Lord Potato. And this, Harry, this is Lord Potato. And this what if is basically, what if Boruto was the reincarnation of Vegito? I think I said it right. Yeah, Vegito. I almost said Gogeta half the time. Not Gogeta. Yeah, I almost said Gogeta. For some reason in my head, I was just thinking Gogeta. I'm like, wait, no, that's the wrong thing. No, Vegito. Now, I'm gonna explain. So, Goku and, Vegeta never unfused in this timeline. Let me say that again. Timeline, which kind of made them, they kind of fused during a very powerful battle with, Beerus, and could not unfuse after that. So, of course, they had to stay as, the next God of Destruction together. Because a form, a very powerful form, also, yeah. But, yeah, of course, that happening, he managed to find another successor and just throw it on to the person and say, hey, you become the new person, got it. See ya. He dies. So, yeah, where we're actually gonna start for Boruto, everything in the original canon goes the same. But, where we're actually gonna go on to is, during a mission. Now, he isn't gonna meet him yet, but I'm gonna explain what I'm actually gonna do. So, Bart was on a mission with Sadara and Mitsuki and Konohamaru to go kind of defeat like some bandits, but didn't realize that these bandits were actually ninjas, and they were pretty high ranking. There were 8 ranked ninjas. Now, Konohamaru was right now fighting against one of them, and of course there was 3 of them in total. And of course, Sarada and Mitsuki was right now trying to fight against one. And of course, the last one was fighting against Boruto. Now, Boruto's like, God damn it. Yay, great, I don't have my team. This is great, enough. Of course, this is where he gets punched in the face into a wall. And of course, falls unconscious. Now, the guy is going closer to him. But everything goes to stop time for a while. Boruto goes into his mindscape. Not really into his mindscape. He kind of has this glimpse of memories. It's like, my name is not Vegeta or Goku. My name is Vegito. And of course, Boruto's confused. He'd never seen this memory. He never watched, or what the hell is this for him? But it was just a little fragment memory, and of course he couldn't explain it. And then he just saw Vegito powering up, and that's all. Not even going Super Saiyan, just going into a basic, just basic key form. Key aura, much. So, he kind of showed up into, visible and all that. And, of course, it's kind of, grayish for key and all that. So, of course, this, gray, silverless key is actually forming around, Boruto. And Boruto, he opened his eyes, and, he isn't normal right now. His eyes are actually silver. He was also seeing another, fragment memory. After that one was where Goku was actually in his Ultra Instinct fighting against, Jiren. Now, of course, this is where Boruto kind of copied the movement of Goku when he unlocked Ultra Instinct for the first time. And, of course, no one can actually feel this ki and all that because it's basically ki and not chakra. And so, Boruto's eyes are, silver. The A-rank ninja was like, what the? Of course, Boruto was right now in front of him, and the A-rank ninja could not react fast enough and then gets kicked in the face, knocking him into, the other Jonin that Sadara and Mitsuki were fighting, crash into that guy, and smashing into, Konohamaru's little fight against the other guy. Now, of course, when Konohamaru punches that guy in the face, the other 2 kind of land together and all just cracks their heads, blah, blah, blah. Kind of getting knocked out. Now, Boruto, he kind of falls unconscious. The reason why he falls unconscious, because Ultra Instinct is a very, very, tactful technique that, you will pass out because Goku kind of could burn even holds Ultra Instinct for the first time. So yeah, with that happening, Boruto just, taken to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. we're gonna skip a couple months into the Chunin exam. So everything in the Chunin exam would still go the same. Why? Because Boruto still doesn't know what these memories are. So he doesn't tell anyone. Not even his friends. He just keeps it silent because he's wondering what the hell these fragment memories were. But he doesn't care that much. He thinks he just remembers watching something on TV or something. But of course, Boruto doesn't know what that is, so he doesn't explain anything. So into the Chunin exams, everything goes the same until Shinki versus Sadora and Boruto. Now, of course, the same thing happens, but one thing changes here is Boruto kinda dodges what's called Shinki's attack. Well, instead of like jumping and still using Chidori and all that and still cheating and all that, he feels like he's flying. He like feels he was floating when he was doing the attack. Instead of being pushed back, he was like floating. But then uses purple and all that, he was still cheating. I still use the gadget thing. But he doesn't know how he was flying, but then Naruto did take his headband, blah blah blah. Still happens the same everything in the original canon. Until, well, Sasuke decides to tell him that we need help and blah blah blah. And yeah. Of course, Boruto gets ready to, well, he has the same orange jacket and the, what's called rogue headband and all that. And he's going with the other 5 Kages and Sasuke. Now, of course, everyone is going to be waiting because, yeah. And of course, when they're going into, well, over there to get what's called Naruto from what's called Momoshiki, Kimishiki, and that's all. Because Urashiki did not really want to deal with them, so yeah, he doesn't give a fuck about them anyway. This is where, so, when, of course, Kimishiki and, well, Momoshiki are right now fighting. Well, Kimishiki is right now trapped with the 5 Kages and all that. And, of course, Momoshiki is right now fighting against, what's it called, Naruto and Sasuke. And how Momoshiki eats Kimishiki and becomes stronger, blah, blah, blah. Same thing goes the same. But, when, of course, Sasuke, Naruto, and the 5 Kages get trapped in a shadow, the same thing. And actually doing a big blast. This is where the scientist doesn't actually do anything. Not yet. But instead, this is where Boruto wanted to do something. And like tried to Rasengan him before and all that. Well, using Rasengan in his hand and all, instead of throwing it. And of course, this is where Momoshiki kicks him into a wall. Now, of course, this is where Naruto screams at Boruto. But he can't move because he was paralyzed into a shadow and all that. So yeah. Momoshiki is like kind of laughing and all that. He makes this like the same basically attack like in original canon, but Boruto's unconscious right now. Now, Boruto now just, well, he's in his Mindscape going, what the? Where am I? He's like in this black void or whatever. This is where Boruto's saying, where am I? Huh? Where is this place? This is where someone says, huh, hello there, me. And Boruto says, me? What? Well, let me explain this much better. Of course, it's like 2 voices together, kind of sounding and all that. Because you know how Vegito is and all that. Now, of course, he says, you are me and I am you. We are both the same because we are, well, I mean, I am, well, I am kind of like your, how should I say? Not I am, but you are my reincarnation. My name is Vegito, and Vegito comes out of the darkness and sees Boruto. And Boruto's like, who? You're Vegito. Then, who are you? Why are you here? Well, I already say who I am, but why I'm here is because I'm your reincarnation. Well, yeah. And, how should I say? Since you are not, I'm not your reincarnation, you are my reincarnation, and we're both the same person. Because, yeah, I'm just here to give you fragments of memories. I was seeing if you can actually understand those fragment memories. But I saw you could not get them. But that's not the point. I see that you're in some trouble problem and all that. Against some person named Utsutsuki. I wonder if I had that in my universe. I probably didn't. Oh wait, no, I did have that in my universe, but I just erased the shit of it. Boruto was like, what? And Vegeta says nothing. So Vegeta is, well, not Vegeta. Vegito is right now just walking around Boruto and saying, "So, kid, I'm gonna give you, well, the power about some power onto your head, but some of the other power I'm gonna train you on it. Since you cannot control all my power right now, your body won't handle it." But okay, I mean, you did kind of handle something like Ultra Instinct, but that's not the point. Will you accept this power? And Bart thinks about it and says yes, because he thinks of all his friends, even Sundari and all that. And of course, Vegito says, "I like your spirit, boy. Now, here you go." Vegito puts his hand over Barto's head, and of course, Barto, outside his like Mindscape, Barto's hair, instead of being blonde, changes to black. And of course, two earrings kind of pop into, well, Barto's ear and all that. Like both the yellow earrings and all that. Also, Barto's clothes also change from the orange tire and all that to basically the blue and orange, the classic. This blue and orange. And also, Boruto, he kind of grew up bigger. He kind of became bigger. Boruto became 5'6". Since Vegeta was 6'2", I'm gonna make Boruto become 5'6". So yeah. So of course with that happening, Boruto, he gets out of his Mindscape. Sorry about that. So, of course with that happening, Boruto gets out of his Mindscape. And of course when, sorry about that. Of course when Momoshiki is finally launching the attack, Naruto Sasuke cannot do anything. Probably Sasuke can switch his positions, but that would kind of leave him vulnerable and all that still. But of course, Momoshiki's right now laughing. He's like, "Ha ha ha ha, you're all gonna die." He already launched the attack. And of course, this is where the scientists wanted to do something. But this is where a blue and orange blur kind of came out of nowhere. And, well, got the attack and already kicked Momoshiki in the stomach, launching him into a couple of, well, a wall, into a rock wall and all that. Well, a stone wall. Of course, this is where, right now, Boruto has his back towards the Kages and even Momoshiki. But Boruto, he has the key, well, not the key blast, the giant, what's called chakra ball in his hand. And this is where, Momoshiki says, "You little brat, if that is you, you blonde-haired little..." What? Boruto has the ball. And Boruto turns around, and this is where all the Kages are shocked. It's Boruto, but Boruto with black hair, earrings, and also his clothes change. Boruto sees the ball, he kind of just crushes it with his hand, just smashes it. So yeah, and well, not smashes it, he does what like what's called Goku does when he's in Master Ultra Instinct and took the attack from Jiren and all that, just waves it away and it just disappears. So yeah, this is where Momoshiki says, "That was a very strong attack. How can you just say, oh yeah, that's nothing for him? How can you see it's nothing to you?" Boruto looks at him and says, "I am neither Boruto Uzumaki or Goku or Vegeta. I am Vegito. Hell yeah!" Now, of course, he still kind of, well, doesn't have the little, like, how should I say, Vegito, how it sounds like and all that. Like, he sounds like two people and all that. Now, Boruto just wanted to say Vegito. Because he kind of just feels like saying it half the time. And Momoshiki says, "Vegito? What the fuck?" Everyone says, "What the fuck?" But of course, Boruto says, "Let's see if you can really defeat me." Of course, Momoshiki says, "Of course I'm gonna be able to defeat you. If I can defeat the Nine Tails and that Uchiha, whatever the fuck that other guy with the dojutsu of a Renegon, I definitely can defeat you." Boruto's right now in front of him, kneeling him in the stomach. Momoshiki go smash into a couple of stuff. And of course, Boruto saying, "Ha ha ha, Really? Is that all you have, Utsuki, dumbass? And of course, this is where Momoshiki goes up and says, "The hell did you just call me? I'll show you what I mean." He tries to attack Boruto by shooting like lasers at Boruto. Boruto's easily just flying through them and dodging them. And everyone is shocked. Even Momoshiki is shocked because he thought he's the only one to be able to fly. He's a god. He thinks he's a god. And of course, Boruto just easily flying through and just, punches Momoshiki in the face. Momoshiki flies into a couple of things and then just bounces up. And of course, that's floating there. This is where the scientists shoot his stuff at the, the Suzuki Momoshiki. And Momoshiki, what he does is absorb all the, tool and all that, chakra tool, whatever the fuck it is. I forgot what it's called. But of course, he gets stronger. And, he decides to make a bigger attack than, original. Than the original. Like in original canon. It's bigger than normal and all that. And of course, this is where, Sasuke and Naruto are still in, the shadow position. How? Because I'm just a plot convenience, okay? But yeah. Boruto, he just says, is that really all you have? I thought you would put up more of a fight. But that doesn't matter. Boruto, before, when the fight there started, I forgot to mention that Boruto went Super Saiyan. But Boruto says, I thought you were going to put up more of a fight. So where Boruto, he goes, ah. And of course, lightning around him just crackle a lot more than how he went Super Saiyan. And just went Super Saiyan Blue. Of course, Vegito said, you want to screw it. I'll let the kid just do it. And of course, Boruto says, Final! Flash! Well, not Final. Oh, what the fuck am I talking? Not Final Flash. Final! Kamehameha! And of course, the Suzuki says, you're not gonna defeat me! Throws the attack. The attack breaks the giant chakra ball and hit Momoshiki, destroying the whole Momoshiki, just destroying them all. He can't put a karma seal on Boruto because Boruto is basically the reincarnation of an original God Slayer. I mean, what am I talking about? God Slayer, an original God of Destruction. So yeah, when Momoshiki is gone, Boruto, he kind of just he puts his hand over his face, wipes up some sweat, and just throws it on the ground and says, just this grin of a smile. So yeah. Of course, with that happening, everyone is shocked, even the scientists, even, Sasuke and Naruto. Naruto, just gets out of the whole shadow thing and all that, and Boruto lands down. Of course, his Super Saiyan Blue is gone. He goes back into, his black hair, and then passes out. Now, of course, Naruto had to catch him and feels the heaviness on Boruto. Somewhat. But yeah, Boruto's kind of went a little bit heavier than, Of course, they go back to the village, and Of course, they just recover and all that. Definitely, Boruto recovers, and he just wakes up, sees everyone that's, near his bed, and they say, hey, Boruto, why is your hair black? Why is everything changed from you? And why you look like you kind of worked out a lot? Boruto says, well, what the fuck are you talking about? God. Can you guys shut up? God, I feel like I fucking had the worst hangover of my life. They're like, what? Nothing. Boruto kind of just got a fragment memory of how Vegeta kind of had a hangover. But yeah, somewhat. From drinking a lot of fucking beer, but yeah, you get the point. This is where, Boruto just says, whatever. God, I just want to sleep, leave me alone. Everyone says, you slept for about 3 weeks. You don't need any more sleep. Boruto says, no, I do need more sleep, leave me alone. Falls back asleep, and they're like, ugh. A couple of days pass, and Boruto wakes up, and he says, I feel much better. God, what the fuck happened? This is where Vegito did tell him in his mind that, you kind of went Super Saiyan Blue, and that form does take a lot of energy, and also it's very dangerous since you haven't actually trained and was Super Saiyan or any of the other forms. And Boruto says, "Oh God, I'm an idiot." Vegito says, "Yeah, I mean, we do the same half the time, but yeah." So, kid, we gotta train. Boruto says, "True, we gotta train. I gotta get stronger." Of course, Boruto gets up, and of course, he's wondering where the fuck his clothes are at. Like his blue and orange clothes are at. His earrings are still intact and all that. Like, no one actually took them out or anything. But of course, Boruto is wondering where his gloves are also at. Because, yes, he still had gloves and, boots and all that. Now, let me mention something back. Back to what's called the Hokage meeting 3 weeks ago, whatever. Like, sort of, not 3 weeks, 2 weeks. How everyone was congratulating on how, Hokage must have defeated the Otsutsuki. And, Naruto said it wasn't really him. The Kage said it wasn't really Naruto neither. It was Boruto, and Boruto was actually gonna have a celebration. It's just 2 weeks passed, and, everyone forgot about it somewhat. Because Boruto was asleep for 3 weeks. 3 weeks and 3 days. But, of course, Bart was the doctors, when they were taking out what's called Boruto's clothes to the nearest laundry and all that. Because he didn't take that much damage, but yeah, it was still kind of dirty. They were having a hard time in like trying to pull the clothes. It took about 3 Jonis to, not even 3 Jonis. Yeah, 3 Jonis to even lift up one of the boots. Just to lift up one of the boots. Sakura kind of came in, and Bernie also managed to lift up one boot. Now, Sasuke, he had to use his, Susanoo, what's called, arm and try to lift up some of the weight clothing. Because I'm guessing it is weight clothing, but yeah. But yeah, of course, Boruto, he wakes up and he's saying, "Where the fuck my clothes at? This is bullshit. What the fuck am I wearing?" He's wearing like the hospital gown or whatever the fuck it's called, and Boruto's like, "God, what the fuck am I wearing?" And he sees like the, what's called, hospital clothes and all that. It's not the gown or anything. But yeah. Boruto just puts on the clothes and, goes to look for his freaking clothes. Now, Vegito did tell him that you can make up clothes if you want in your mind and all that. You can like take it out and kind of use that as your new clothes or whatever. Boruto says, "Nah, I'm just gonna look for the actual original clothes that I kind of had on me." Vegito says, "Sure, why not?" So, of course, the clothes, they couldn't, what's called, hang it up on a drying rack. They had to legit put it on the roof and just wait until they dry. Because, first of all, they couldn't put it on the hanging rack to dry or anything, or a drying machine or whatever, because they broke it super easily. Yeah, weight clothes are very, very heavy and all that. But yeah, that happening. Wrong thing. So, of course, what's called, Boruto is just looking around, and this is one of the nurses kind of looks at Boruto and says, "Oh, what patient are you?" And Boruto says, "Oh, no, I fucking just woke up 3 weeks, and I think it's 3 days now. God." Then she says, "Okay, what is your name?" Boruto says, "Vegito." And they say, "We don't have a patient, Vegito." Is there any other name? Boruto Uzumaki. And they says, "Oh, you're the son of Naruto. Why are you outside your freaking hospital bed and all that?" Boruto says, "I feel much better. I'm hungry right now, so I'm looking for my clothes, and then I'm going to the burger place." And then she says, "Well, you gotta go back. You can't be released out of date. You will be released in, a couple more days." They kind of just put your, expired date at, 4 weeks. Because we didn't know when you were going to wake up or anything. And Boruto says, yeah, I'll do that. Boruto fucking easily just dodged her. Easily ran past her. And right now just running through looking where the fuck his clothes are at. He thought of maybe they kind of hang them up in the hanging rag or whatever. And of course, Boruto gets up there. He can't see his clothes until he sees him on the roof, hanging. And Boruto gets up, takes off the clothes from, the hospital gown, not gown, hospital clothes and switch him out for his actual weight clothes. And they're not wet because, yeah, they were sitting there for a couple of days. Boruto puts on his gloves and all that, and he says, "Well, I'm out." He jumps off the what's called a hospital building, smashes to the ground, and of course the ground just kind of cracks a little bit. When I mean a little bit, a lot. Boruto, he just jumps. He didn't care. But yeah, with that happening, Boruto is right now just getting to the nearest burger place and realizes he doesn't have money. He's like, fuck, where do I get money? And then Vegito said, why don't you just go hunt for food in like the forest or something? Boruto says, good idea. Boruto, he kind of just jumps up and flies already to the, well, what's called forest and hunts some things and, well, starts eating. Yeah, he puts up a fireplace and all that, eats and all that. He hunts down about like 4, what's called borks. Yeah, borks, and then easily eats them. So yeah, with that happening, this is where Naruto decides to visit the hospital at that day and all that, and finds out that Boruto isn't there, and the nurse says that, well, I lost Boruto. I don't know where he's at. So yeah, Naruto says, oh god, where the hell did he went? Boruto the next day, he was already stuffed. He went to sleep. He goes to the next day to his house. And Naruto is trying to explain to Hinata that Boruto is fine. Find out Hinata that Boruto isn't fine and right now is trying to, well, murder Naruto. And Hiruari is trying to do the same, and Boruto kind of opens the gate and sees Naruto just dodging the gentle fist attacks. Even Hidashi is there, and Hinabi is just watching this, and also what's called Konohamaru is watching this, and they're not doing anything. So Boruto opens the gate and walks through the to the door, sees Hinabi and what's called Konohamaru, and Boruto says, "Oh, hello there, Auntie Hinabi and also Konohamaru Sensei. Can you move it out of the way so I can go inside and go to sleep?" Konohamaru says, "Oh, sure, yeah, Boruto." And then, so of course with that happening, Konohamaru and Hinabi just realize, Boruto? Boruto says, yo, I'm just gonna go upstairs and take a nap. So yeah. And of course Konohamaru was about to grab what's called Boruto from the collar, and Boruto easily dodged him, already teleported up to his room and was sleeping on his bed. That right now just kind of cracks underneath the weight and all that. Boruto doesn't care. Right now, what's called Naruto has about almost all his what's called chakra points sealed away from the gentle fist. And of course, Hinabi says, Hinata, sis. Hinata says, yes, Hinabi? I think Boruto's here. We just saw him walk up the stairs and I think go to his room or something. And of course, Hinata goes to check in and sees that Boruto's fine. And then Hinata looks at his hair. It's black. He has earrings. And also his clothes are different. And also he's much muscular and also taller. And he actually glares at, well, Naruto and says, why does my son have black hair? Also, why does he look different? Naruto says, I can explain. I have no fucking clue. I actually don't even know why his hair changed and all that. Boruto wakes up and says, please, can you all shut up? I'm trying to sleep. God, I should just stay in the forest. Those animals, those wolves that might have tried to eat me, but God, they would have actually done it with silence. God, I'm so tired. Stop annoying me. And of course, Hinata hugs him and says, Boruto, I was so worried. I thought you died, blah, 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 or something. And Boruto says, no, Mom, I'm fine. I just had to sleep and also eat. But yeah, I'm fine. And of course, Hinata's happy to hear that. And Naruto asks Boruto why his hair is black. Boruto looks at Naruto. He actually also looks at Naruto and says, the fuck? If Boruto doesn't know, how the fuck should he even know? And, well, Naruto says, oh, that is true. Maybe Hyuga genetics? I mean, Hiyashi, your hair is black. Yeah, but Hinata's hair is, well, blue. And, genetics? He actually thinks about it. That is true. That is true. Okay, you want, just chalk that up for, genetics and all that. So, yeah. Wait, did he actually have black hair or was it brown hair or Joken? No, it was black. Of course, Boruto still had the headband, had the scratch mark and all that. And, well, what's it called? Naruto says, alright, I gotta get you another headband. Whatever. Meet me in my office, and also, Hinata, you might have to sign this paper, blah, blah, blah. They're actually still gonna do what's called the whole meeting of the actor and all that. Now, with that, I'm gonna do that next, episode and all that. Because right now, I have to actually go to sleep way earlier. So I can actually go, well, tomorrow I have to go what's called do something, like a meeting or something. But yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato, potato, and potato. Yep, potato.